will start with In My Little House.
In my little house, where I always haven't been so nice. Maybe I lived here once or twice. I had some good and bad advice, which started when I was quite young. Impregnated, you see, I came here out of sheer mud. Little eyes, little hands, little feet, big head. Inside my comfort sack, I was the one. Until one day in my little house, I caught someone in little pain that wasn't fun. I made a lot of noise and always needed attention. And you'd be surprised by all the louder it became by my unpretensions. In my little house, it started to get bigger and bigger. I had these things called eyes. They could see and out and take in a whole lot of information. Some I understood and some I didn't. I guess at that time I wasn't old. But I began to grow and demand more and more. But they put me in this thing called school, where I sit inside my little house and dream like a fool. I didn't understand all the rules. I began to have desires, and sometimes I could ask, what were those? Because only God knows why I felt it. I started to put things in this little house, and some taste good, and some bad, and some I always wish I had. There was this word called greed, and sometimes I was greedy. I didn't understand and wanted to be understood, but in this house I wanted to do good. It was hard to be a leader, so sometimes I did follow. Because in this little house, I was really hollow. Still confused, I think I was becoming a teenager. Sometimes I was bullied, and sometimes I bullied. Because in this little house, I was still confused. Sometimes I felt very tall, and then there were times I felt small. But in this little house, I was getting taller. I developed a lot of likes, and some of them I got me in trouble. And sometimes I felt like I was in a bubble. But I was still in my little house looking out, trying to understand it all, make some sense of it so it wouldn't be such a struggle. And then I got older and older and older, and I wanted to begin to snuggle. I still had lots of dreams, and I was bursting at the seams. So many ideas, so many choices in this little house, trying to accept and be accepted. I never wanted to be neglected, although sometimes I felt like I was, which made me go and search, sometimes in all the wrong places, sometimes in too many places. Navigating my way in this little house, there was always a price to pay. If you did good, if you did bad, if you were happy or if you were sad, if you were ugly or if you were pretty, if you were tall or if you were short. In my little house, there was so much confusion because everybody wanted you to be something that was a delusion. They always wanted to control and make you want to cry because you know deep inside, you couldn't be what they wanted you to be in their life. So in my little house, came all these feelings, sometimes depression, sometimes anxieties, sometimes sadness, sometimes uncertainty. It was just a ball of confusion. And in time, you always learn that that too did pass. But in your little house, sometimes doubt feels like black. And if you were looking through the glass, not even in the mirror, because sometimes you couldn't believe you did what you did to yourself or to others. And you're still getting older and older and growing and growing. And prayerfully in your little house, you're getting better. Because by this time, you should have become one with yourself and hell with everybody else. So in your little house, you found love.